Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the following day in my 100 videos in 100 day series. And yes, I totally said that because I just completely forgot what day it is. So yeah, I want to do a little bit of a follow-up from the last few videos that I've been running. I know we've been talking about this offer, this training, these things that are going on in the business. And we've officially turned the free training that we ran yesterday into about, I think 3 or 4 sales at this point already. All in all, less than 7 days from idea to running a training to getting the $1,000 offer in people's hands, and people are already purchasing it. So I think my last 2 videos have been on this topic, but I want to kind of run through a little bit of a process with you guys today. And I know I've already talked about this quite a few times, but instead of trying to maybe give you guys a bunch of new information, if I could talk about different things in as many different lenses as I possibly can, it might start clicking, it might start becoming simpler, and it might start becoming easier for you guys to actually go out, take these strategies, deploy them into your business, and make sales. And as I did mention yesterday, it was a really cool training we ended up running because it was the same, we were running through that very process with the actual students as we were doing it, right? We're not the type of internet marketers that are like promising you on some strategy we're not actually doing. We do the things we're talking about in business and have been for years. So I'll give you a little bit of a sneak peek as to what we're actually covering over inside of our coaching program tomorrow. I'm not going to run through it in fine detail because, you know, that could piss some people off that pay good dollars to be in our coaching offer, but I will run through this actual flow a little bit, kind of break it down for you. And this is what we just did, right? So we got pre-offer, temp checking, demand. This is a big part of it. If we have to know that our audience potentially wants to do what we want to teach them, that there's attention, awareness, there's problems around this potential offer. So an easy way to do that is starting to put out lead gen posts, right? So we put out some content around an offer doc that did 55K in like 14 days. I also put it on YouTube video as a YouTube video. It's on this channel. Got a bunch of views on it in comparison to the actual, any of my other YouTube content, right? I barely get any views over here, but I digress. So that's one thing we were doing. We were planting seeds in our audience to see if this was even a thing that the people in our worlds would potentially want to learn how to fix, do, implement, etc. Next up, pivoting to a promo. So since we knew we got a bunch of interaction, we got a bunch of comments, we got a bunch of inbound hand raisers, requests, etc. around learning how to do this strategy or wanting this strategy, we knew that people in our audience would want to learn how to do this. Okay, so we started repackaging our resource that we had, right? First things first, we need to dial in the offer. We need to set up the offer, makes everything else easier. And we got clear on what we were actually going to end up doing with the students. So we ended up spinning it into like an 8-week case study group where we're going to take 4 weeks. We're going to help them create their offer, create their content plan, start closing sales. And then for the following 4 weeks, we're actually going to start refining it. And that's the overall goal of the actual offer itself. And then next step, we're packaging up resources, right? Put together an offer doc. The cool part is we're planting seeds around a future up and coming offer inside of it. Slapped together a free training registration. Spun a training around launch framework and promotions, right? So 3 different PDFs, so to speak. One of them is an actual offer. This one's a couple of pages long, all about the registration. And then this one is the actual training we ran over in our free community. If you want this completely free training to go watch, implement, it's over in the group in the classroom section. You're more than welcome to go give it a peek. Free training freed. And because we're basic bitches, we knew we had the attention, the views, and the interaction around this topic already. We leaned into similar angle, plus started to hit up folks that were commenting on previous pieces of content, looping them back to the free training, right? We're simply sending people to a free training that we were running, which we did yesterday on Zoom in our group, which lasted about 90 minutes. We utilized content to get attention and awareness around the thing that we were doing, right? Some quick, short, punchy lead gen posts. If I want to get a lot of leads, I want to get a lot more views and stuff like that, I'm going to go like more shorter with the content and a little bit more dopamine heavy, outcome focused versus like a very beefy contextual piece of content, because that's going to start throttling lead flow. And since we were utilizing this content to grow a 90-minute training we were running, This was probably one of the most effective ways to go about it because we wanted more people. That way they can come hang out with us, they get to know us, they can decide whether they like us or they don't like us, and then they can, maybe come work with us if they want or not, right? Completely optional. But that's the content angle we were using for that. Mixture between dropping invites over the DMs and simply dropping the invitation in the comments. Sometimes if you're doing like lead gen posts and you're sending them the invites in Messenger, they won't actually see them. So we were kind of staggering between dropping invites via, DM, and then also just dropping them in the comment section. Okay. Next up, we actually ran the training. We delivered the training that we were promising and that we were telling people. Lasted about 90 minutes. We broke down the entire launch framework we were using. I think I broke this down over the last couple of videos. So you're more than welcome to go check that out. Probably had a dozen messages by the time we wrapped up the free training with people wanting to buy the offer we mentioned inside of the free training. Now, we're not running these free trainings to just give them just enough to make them want our offer, but it was simply showing them a process, showing them a strategy, and saying, hey, we are looking for a couple people that want to personally deploy this process with us together. We'll give you hands-on help. We'll help you refine it. We'll help you write the offers. We'll help you do this, but it's completely optional. You can take the framework, you can take the strategy, you can go out and deploy it in your own business, or we can help you do it on a personalized level, right? Giving your audience the option to decide, hey, if you don't want this, completely fine. No harm, no foul. Like tons of resources in our community, on our channels, on our socials to help you get started for free. But we do have this cool opportunity for a couple of people. And we had probably a dozen messages by the time we wrapped it live with people wanting the offer. And 3 people have already bought this morning, and it's not even 1 p.m. So, and I haven't really had to talk to anybody. I've been on coaching calls this morning. Next up, training refeed, public offer invitations, mixing between 2 different content buckets. Sorry, I was fixated on my own reading or my own writing skills, so got sidetracked. Refeeding the training we just ran, getting it in the hands of more people, and inadvertently getting more exposure to the offer itself. Public profile. These are posts that I put out on my profile. Flip put out on his profile. Resending people back to the free training. We also dropped an offer post inside of our community around the 8-week cash flow class. And the reason we're actually doing this is to rope up the people that were on the training with us and potentially wanted to talk about the offer but didn't send us a message, or they wanted to see more information on it. We were putting our best foot forward and seeing who would be interested in that. Okay. Next up, we're tapping folks. We're tapping convos from the folks who wanted the training, jumping into the inbox with anyone and everyone who inquired, commented, or requested the training to, 1, start a relationship. If they're completely brand new to us, we don't expect anybody who doesn't know who we are to buy anything from us. It's not a very real thing. And get them into the training and get them into our group, get them into some valuable information. 2, move folks toward the offer if they've already been watching us a bit, are looking for help, or they're ready for it. How we'll end up using this offer in the future, as we talked about last week, this is for our coaching clients. We're doing a bit of an offer inception. We're actually creating an offer, a case study group inside of our actual paid coaching program. And we're basically utilizing this as a discounted window to let people in and come hang out with us with a very crystal goal, clear outcome, clear tactic, clear strategy, clear thing that they're leaving with if they decide to leave. And in the future, we'll probably end up using it as an entry-level offer to our actual coaching program because it's pretty expensive in comparison to somebody who's just kind of getting started, right? It's hard to justify the investments to join our full-blown coaching program if they're not already in business, they're not already moving in business, or they don't already have sales coming in because it's not cheap, right? And that's kind of a really quick and rough rundown of a process that's already done for multi-4 figures in deals in the last 24 hours by simply writing some Facebook posts, running a 90-minute training, and having some quick conversations with the people off the tail end of that actual training and sending them an invite to buy our product. Now, this isn't a new strategy that we kind of just stumbled into. We've actually been using this exact same launch framework sales process, promotion framework for a very long time. This is actually the second time we've used it this month. We did it earlier in this month, which did about 20K in affiliate sales in less than 72 hours. And we're doing it again right now with our own offer. And we've been utilizing it for years with all of our digital product launches, course launches, affiliate launches. And it's the same thing that we help all of our students do as well. So moral of the story, don't overcomplicate this game, right? Create attention and awareness to yourself. Give people good value, good information. Extend invites for them to work with you and give them the option to say no. And that's the secret sauce. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until tomorrow. Bye.